Now, the Babes Wodumo video has amplified domestic violence in South Africa. President Cyril Ramaphosa promised during his State of the Nation address to strengthen the capabilities of specialized police units. To help us interrogate the capabilities of the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences units, we're joined by Teresa van Niekerk in the studio. Now, she's a lecturer at Unisa's Forensic Investigation Department and was a detective in the SAPS for 21 years. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us. Sadly, we're talking about this matter once again, as we've done so many times. The specialized units within the police. Just explain to us firstly, what exactly do they handle? Is it matters like this Wodumo matter?
The specialized units, specifically the FCS unit, deals with serious cases, like when there's attempted murder, where sexual offences occurred and when rape occurred. The rest of all the domestic violence cases are handled at station level. And I'm sure this is because they do not have sufficient resources to be able to investigate each and every domestic violence case, because I don't think we realize how big this problem is.
Okay, so let's stay with that. Can you clarify me, what is a serious domestic abuse case as opposed to one that is not so serious?
Yes, domestic abuse is actually always serious, but serious cases is with serious injuries. You can be shot, you can be seriously assaulted, you can be admitted to hospital. And obviously sexual offences where your victim has been raped or sexually assaulted. So we refer to it as the normal cases at the station level will be MI to property, which is malicious injury to property, it's normal assaults, criminal injuria and stuff like that.
So the President comes out and says we need to strengthen these specialized units. In what way should they be strengthened?
Well, if they will have to carry the burden of all these cases, they will have to be strengthened by receiving more detectives, more manpower, more vehicles. They will be bigger units. And yeah, I do not think it's possible at the moment.
Okay, so talk about the front line, which of course is the police station. We've heard so many disparaging stories of when, after women have been abused or anybody's been abused and they walk into a station and they're not taken as seriously as they should. Is that changing in any way at the moment?
Well, the police are giving them training, but in my research I found that they receive training, but they never receive refresher training. We must also bear in mind some of these policemen and women are also victims of domestic violence, and then they have to speak to a person who's a victim. There's also other problems like the victim empowerment rooms. Some stations, I visited about 8 stations. Some stations do not have a victim empowerment room. Some stations, victim empowerment room closes at 4 o'clock. So if there comes someone in the night, that victim, that when she comes in, must sit in the charge office and wait.
What is supposed to happen in a victim empowerment room?
That's a place to let the victim feel comfortable, separately from everyone coming in with the drunken cases and the housebreaking cases. That person can go to that room separately, be treated there, statement taken there. Sometimes those victims can come with their children, and it's better. I just think it's more human to take a person to a separate room, which is comfortable. It's not just like a police station, just a chair and a table.
The other issue that's always been cropping up is that, when a female victim walks into a police station, is it always better for them to be helped, assisted by a female police officer? And is that surely can't always be the case?
That's not always possible, but I want to tell you there's a lot of decent policemen, and they are trying to deal with these victims, and I know they can do it. And you know what my honest opinion is, the people at station level can do it. But you must also bear in mind that detective there has got hundreds of other cases to deal with, not only domestic violence. He's got all the normal cases, so they're all overburdened.
Of course, we have to talk about the courts. And yes. Ultimately, this has to go to the courts. And what happens when the victims go to the courts? Are they being treated fairly? Is it a priority?
I think it is a priority, yes. But you must also bear in mind, a lot of these victims are in a household where the abuser is the main breadwinner. So that person needs the breadwinner, and then they go to court and withdraw the case, or they become a hostile witness, or they don't want to testify. And the witnesses is children in the house who is also reliant on this person.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's why I say I don't think our public realize how serious domestic violence is and how many cases there is, because women are shy. Women don't know what to do. They stay in a house and where do they go, especially if they don't have jobs? Where do they go? Where do they go and stay if they leave the abuser? So this just carries on and on and on.
Teresa, what's your advice, just finally, to Babes or Dumana after watching this video?
Please open a case. Please open a case. It will never stop. It will never stop. The suspect usually tells you, I'll stop tomorrow, I'll do everything, I'll go to psychologist. Out of my experience, it will never stop.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. That is your Unisa's Forensic Investigation Department with the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences. Teresa van Niekerk joining us in studio. Thank you so much.